How's it going, everybody? Welcome to my channel. Today I wanted to talk about something really quick that I came upon when I was scrolling Twitter, and that was this post right here that shows E. Carroll from 2012 talking about how there's a lot of good shows on Sunday night, and also stating that she's a massive Apprentice fan, which, my God, could not possibly be in bigger contrast to her claims. I mean, I'm not an expert on rape or anything, but I'm fairly certain the last thing you're going to do if you were raped by a celebrity is, one, watch their program, and two, praise it. And when I went to find it, it is indeed a real post. And again, it says too many good TV shows on Sunday night. My God, what do you watch? And everyone's giving answers. She makes fun of herself for saying the number 2 instead of TOO2. And then right here, it states, I'm a massive Apprentice fan. And no, she's not talking about something else, because yes, there was an episode of The Apprentice on April 22nd, 2012, which is indeed a Sunday. There was almost no way her claim actually happened. I'm going to play a clip of both of them, and you tell me who is more credible.
This woman said, I met her at the front door of Bergdorf Goodman, which I rarely go into other than for a couple of charities. I met her in the front door. She was about 60 years old, and this is like 22, 23 years ago. I met her in the front door of Bergdorf Goodman. I was immediately attracted to her, and she was immediately attracted to me. And we had this great chemistry. We're walking into a crowded department store. We had this great chemistry, and a few minutes later, we end up in a room, a dressing room of Bergdorf Goodman, right near the cash register. And then she found out there were locks on the door, so she said, I found one that was open. She found one. She learned this at trial. She found one that was open. What kind of a woman meets somebody and brings them up, and within minutes, you're playing hanky-panky in a dressing room, okay? I don't know if she was married then or not. John Johnson, I feel sorry for you, John Johnson.
Mr. President, can I
think of it.
You don't feel like a victim?
I was not thrown on the ground and ravished, which the word rape carries so many sexual connotations. This was not sexual. It hurt.
Well, I think most people think of rape as it is a violent assault. It is not.
I think most people think of rape as being sexy.
Let's take a short break.
Think of the fantasies.
We're going to take a quick break. If you can stick around, we'll talk more on the other side.
You're fascinating to talk to.
If I was walking in at the park, because I was very famous then, and I owned the Plaza Hotel right next door, and I owned buildings around it, I'm not going into a dressing room of a crowded department store.
So, who do you believe? The guy who's never even acknowledged this lady?
I never met this woman. I never saw this woman.
Or the woman who 11 years earlier praised her alleged rapist show, joked about having sex with him, and 6 years earlier had no problem talking about him and juicy sex stories in the same sentence. I'm pretty sure if someone raped you, you wouldn't be able to talk about them and sex without thinking to, maybe mention that. It's not exactly like 2017 people were holding back on Trump. And she's not exactly someone who's been known to hold back anyway. Here, from 2011, right around the time she was loving The Apprentice. You have not lived until you've sat by your mother watching the anal rape scenes in Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. Yeah, I'll take your word on that one. Yet somehow you're trying to tell me that this Trump-hating, rich, liberal journalist who quite literally has zero filter.
I think most people think of rape as being sexy.
Didn't want to tell anyone about her super damning story on Trump until June of 2019, right at the same time she was promoting a book, and just curiously enough, only 2 months after the Mueller investigation had finally failed. I'm calling BS. And I think this comment right here is the undeniable proof that Donald Trump never laid a hand on E. Jean Carroll.